I'll start
like,
recording.
better. Where are us?
You can.
I don't know where.
You can chop this up.
Our voices are there. I think our voices are on. Oh, I'm not on. I'm not on. Now
I don't know, but you already have 6 viewers in here.
Hey,
I don't know who they are.
I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, okay, that's why we're not up there, because there we go. I have to have this box popped out. Hey! I was trying to...
We made it!
Yeah, somehow.
We made it.
Somehow.
I don't know how.
I don't know how either.
Somebody...
Once told me
we're gonna get copyright claimed.
Movie.
Shut up! Shut up! Yeah, don't get fucking copyright bullshit. Fuck that.
Oh,
we're here.
man.
We're mostly queer. Wait. Yes, that's
half of us
correct.
Wait, have I been gay the whole time?
2/3 of us.
I'm not gay. Or am I?
Wait a second.
All right.
That's what this feeling is.
That's a good way to start this episode of Apartment Theater. So this week, Cass picked the movie. If you want to give some synopsis.
Thanks for that, Cass.
The TLDR is corrupt government. Hippies who found a weed crop tried to harvest said weed crop.
As they
government was like, fuck you, no, and poisoned everybody with toxic chemicals, and then they became zombies? Oddly sentient zombies, which I actually sort of weirdly enjoyed. I think they just became cannibals, honestly. Like, that's essentially it. Like, every person from there on out that we're introduced to basically dies by being cannibalized, sort of, and then the original hippies that got chemically transformed just chemically transformed. There was crop dusting. There was a lot of farting in this movie.
This movie felt like it was 88 minutes of fucking farting.
Just farts the entire time. Yeah, that's essentially it. That's it. Corrupt government, which is always good. We got some bonus titties in the beginning.
Yes, we did.
In like the first 10 minutes, and that's really the only bit that's interesting.
There are some good quotes in there. They were pretty much on par with Doom Asylum in some parts of it.
Yeah.
Like when the woman at the beginning gets shot. Holy shit, it's a woman!
Yeah. Holy shit, it's a woman!
So, I didn't know it was hunting season in the beginning.
No, they're FBI agents.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were FBI agents. I thought they were literally hunters or farmers. Me and Maddie were completely taken off guard.
I mean, they didn't really tell you anything. They're just people coming into the woods and then shot them.
With rifles. Yeah, that's what we open with. We open with 2 people going into the woods with rifles. They're doing some form of tracking, and then we see a topless woman bathing in a stream or some form of water.
A puddle.
For like 5-10 minutes. That's the first, like, too much of. All of these movies have entirely too long scenes. Like, they just... It
pad out the runtime so they could have feature-length film.
Yeah.
Because God forbid you make a short film.
Yeah, right. But then we end up with the 2 riflemen, as I'm gonna call them, tracking, I guess, her into her camp, and shooting and killing her. Meanwhile, the other hippies, who are also there, which we are kind of like suddenly introduced to, are like sneaking around and that kind of thing, and they see her get killed, and so they kill the federal agents, as we like finally find out. and then we're introduced to, you know, the actual group and these corrupt FBI agents that are like, for some reason they all talk like they're 1930s, like 1920s, like detectives.
Yeah.
At least that's what I thought. I was like, did y'all watch way too many detective movies? Like, are you good? And they're like, we gotta do something about that weed. And it's literally weed.
It's not weed.
It's just weed.
It's just weed.
They call it dope at first. And
yeah,
that's
correct
weed.
me if I'm wrong. I've never heard people call marijuana dope.
I have.
I haven't.
That's literally weed. Yeah, dope is weed.
Yeah, I did not ever hear that term. Well, that's news to me.
Danny lives under
clearly
a rock.
You never went through the DARE program.
I didn't actually. Fun fact.
It's okay. You wouldn't have learned anything.
You just learned about drugs.
They had like the different like
you just learned about drugs.
Like you were in like A, B, or C or whatever, so they could like split you up to do these programs. And my program or like my section never did the program. Funny enough, most of those kids did start doing drugs.
It doesn't matter. Like DARE has been like proven to not work. But anyway, the point of like that kind of tangent is like the entire first 30 minutes of this movie and the entirety of the movie basically sounded like and looked like war on drugs propaganda to me. Because it's like, oh, you're a hippie and you do dope and you sell dope and you could get crop dusted and then turn into a cannibal.
The other thing,
like that's what it looked like to me.
The other thing too is this movie actually has 5 other different titles. So
that's right.
We have it as Toxic Zombies, but there's also Blood Eaters, Butchers of the Damned, The Dromax, Derangement, and Forest of Fear. So 4 of them. My bad. But 5 all together. Yeah.
Did you say Dromax?
Yeah, that's what it's called. The Dromax.
Isn't that a cleaning supply?
I mean, that would make sense because they drop some kind of chemical on the weed. Probably.
Yeah, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, so the corrupt government is like, we have to do something about, you know, these hippies getting the weed and selling it and blah, blah, blah. We have to stop them. And so they decide to crop dust the weed with this chemical that is not approved for such things yet and has really terrible reactions in the lab mice.
But it'll be fine.
But it'll be fine, like, as long as nobody really gets it on themselves, and it's like, you motherfuckers just hunted those people down and knew they were there. And they call a crop duster. If you're a fucking Gen Z, you do this.
Wife.
Yeah, the most abusive motherfucker. Like, it's so quaint to just always see spousal abuse in movies forever.
From both
sides. The movie has great standards for relationships in this movie.
Throwing raw chicken at people. Like, god damn, that's disgusting.
The camping with the husband and wife of like the 2 kids, how he just leaves his wife to them.
Oh my god, that was another one of my favorite scenes where the zombies are coming up to them yet. And
you guys want some beans?
We have some nice beans here. You can grab a plate and it just fucking takes off.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I love Jimmy. He is the sweetest thing. That was the only thing I cared about in that movie was Jimmy.
Was it Jimmy in that movie?
Yeah.
He's the special needs kid, right? Yeah.
I love how his dad was just like, well, I know he's retarded, but I was so caught off guard by that. Like, did you seriously just fucking say that?
He didn't say, I know he's retarded. He said he might be retarded. They don't know if he's retarded.
I mean, that's basically stating that he knows that he's retarded, but he was like, but I'm like, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was a very abrasive line.
The only other movie I could think of that gives me that kind of same reaction, just because I don't expect it, is totally different quality movie, but Gran Torino, where Clint Eastwood is just saying the most racist shit to Asian people, and I'm just sitting there. This was during like a history of film class in high school. There were some Asian kids in the class too, and I'm just sitting there like, is this really happening? This
is not okay.
Oh my god, I laughed because I was just like, Jesus Christ, this movie.
Yeah. No.
Oh my god. It's a
it's
good
a
movie,
lot.
but I just wasn't expecting that. Oh my
Very
god,
abrasive.
that happens. That
Yeah.
just happens with just any movie I watch where they just say shit like that. Like, what?
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
But yeah, the beans
Anyway.
thing was my
The
favorite
beans.
thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just people just get like, the movie is like 90% of it is in the woods because it's cheap as shit to film in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
It
you
is.
need permits or
From what I
anything.
understand, I don't think so. So, like, basically every person we run into, with the exception of the crop duster,
The crop duster.
and then the, like, dude closer to the end that's living in the cabin, like, everyone else is just out in the woods camping.
As you
There
do.
is a not a team player agent, as they call him, Mr. Cole. Is that what it was? Yeah,
I
Mr.
think that's
Cole.
what it was.
Yeah, Cole. That's the
Who's
only
out
name.
there, like, surveying the land or
Drugs?
something.
For drugs. His department was drug control. He says it at the end. So. Drug
like,
control.
He's like, I would know about it if it's out there, and it's like, well, clearly you didn't know about it, buddy.
Yeah, you're supposed to know about it, bud.
Yeah, and it's pretty much him and then the corrupt agents that we follow through most of it, because
There's the couple that stayed in that tent too.
Movies. 3 different movies at once. This is what I felt. We have well, for one, me and Maddie renamed the movie. Mainly they renamed it, and it's the best thing ever. But I felt I was watching 3 movies at the same time. A orphan story, like an orphan origin story. A how to not crop dust a field, and a like a really bad romance movie. At the end, though, Maddie just renamed the movie as How to Become a Single Dad.
Maddie. No.
yeah,
It's
I'm going single dad. Yeah.
With the couple that stayed in the tent, another one of my favorite lines was, man is the most dangerous animal in these parts. Or was it these parts? And he starts grabbing her. And he's like, he was talking
Isn't
about
the couple
that was slightly like abusive.
No. This couple was the one that was always horny and ripping each other's clothes off.
That was so great. I was so confused. They get into an argument. He rips off her sleeve. She gets pissed. She rips his shirt, and now they're fucking.
That's how it goes.
Isn't that Mr. Cole?
No.
Yeah, it was Cole.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Mr. Cole.
That's Mr.
I
Cole
don't remember.
and his wife.
I just watched this and I don't remember.
I don't know.
I thought they were a totally different couple.
And then his brother comes out there with him too, or something.
And he gets a space. Oh, the rock! I love that they were hitting everybody in the head with this rock.
just a little.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even hear the clunk.
It just.
Get it. Yeah. The sound effects in this were.
The audio. Yeah. I couldn't make anything out. I don't know if people in this movie had facial features because the quality was so
at one point after 50 minutes of them walking in the woods, which this could have been mistaken for a Lord of the Rings movie, honestly. After after they acquired the ring and they got everybody together,
Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah, they eventually get to a hut where this guy is feeding his cat, which the cat was the best part of the movie. He's only there for a couple seconds, but just eating on the table. It's like, look at this cat. I love him.
The cat and Jimmy. That's the only thing I enjoyed about this
movie. But the guy, he had a shotgun. He's like, I don't want people staying in my hut, but there's people out here. They're cannibals. They're trying to kill us. Okay, well, this isn't a hotel, but you can come in. And after a while, you just could not understand what he was saying at all. It just turned into mumbles and.
He tells them that the dude who was crop dusting or in charge of it crop dusted the wrong fields twice and ruined his crops initially and then had to redo it and then ruined some other shit and then had to redo it again because he was drunk probably. Like his wife constantly is making fun of him for being drunk. That was the abusive couple.
I like when he's like, let me check my agenda to be able to crop dust, and he just puts the phone down and rattles paper next to it.
And his wife's just like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I also like
she touched the
shoving her hand with the chicken.
She touched the phone with the chicken hand.
I want to know what she pulls out of the chicken, because whatever she pulls out of the chicken is not what's in chicken. Like. The also severed leg was not anatomically correct at all. There was nothing about that. Yeah.
How could you tell, Danny? How could you tell?
Yeah, Danny.
Oh, no. I didn't go to medical school, but there was a little funky thing about it that just was off.
Are you telling me that
was filmed in like 10p?
Are you telling me that Toxic Zombies isn't based on a true story?
I want to know how it's. I don't even know zombies. Like, how is that even zombies? They look like they were.
I don't know. They're eating people. I mean, yeah, they probably were. They were harvesting weed. Like, let's go.
They were biting people. This was really just a bad acid trip. They were all just doing acid while they're here.
I think that it's called Toxic Zombies because zombies is catchy and zombies were in.
Yeah.
And so they're like, it's a zombie movie, but unless in that region it's not cool for zombie, they're blood eaters.
Blood eaters.
Which, like, honestly, watching this movie and then, like, watching modern day zombies, there's nothing different. They fucking attack somebody who's living, and they eat them. Mostly they just bite them until they're dead, and then move on. The biggest differences here were that it didn't spread. So if they killed somebody, the person they killed did not become a zombie or cannibal. And also they were strangely sentient, which I was kind of into. Like at one point they're carrying torches? And I'm like, where the fuck did you get those? Like, did y'all pull those out of your asses? What?
That whole scene was fantastic. For one, it's dead at night, and then he goes and fights them, and then suddenly, like, dusk,
daylight.
And then it's back to night, and then, like, 2 minutes later, it's morning. Also, the shoving the hands through the window to grab the girl's hair.
You could see the wall moving.
And
the wall was rattling.
Sit in the corner and fall asleep in the corner like that just didn't happen.
Right? Yeah.
That's it. That's it. They just like, well, anyway.
Yeah. Yep. What? Yeah. And then because they end up in some, okay, so we have Cole, his girlfriend, and then the two people, the Beans couple, they had
the Beans.
The Beans people who were just camping in the woods with their two children. Jimmy, children.
They were not children.
And his sister. I don't remember his sister's name.
Or something? Allie?
Sure, we'll call her Allie.
Bitch.
I know 3 names.
That's what we'll call her.
People.
They, Allie and Jimmy are off adventuring around in the woods when their parents get attacked and killed by cannibals, and then they end up, wandering around the woods because they can't find their parents, and they run into Cole and his girlfriend, and Cole and his girlfriend are like, we have to help them. Their parents must be worried. Doot, doot, doot. And we end up with the four of them, like, halfway through the movie, trying to escape the cannibals. And they end up going into the cabin.
Circles.
Yeah, basically running in circles. They end up going to this guy's cabin, who nobody knows. He's just there. And then we get the info dump of, like, why these people are, you know, cannibals, which we already know, which is weird.
About an
doesn't
hour
he
into the
die?
movie,
I'm pretty
know.
pretty sure he died.
I couldn't keep up with it.
I'm pretty sure they gave away that he was dying. I thought he was like having an orgasm, and I was just questioning that they should just turn it into some kind of like attempted porn movie. I think it would have been better success.
I think he forgets about
the
zombies too after the agents pick them up or whatever, and like we're gonna take a look at this ourselves, and then they both die. Like, but it turns out into like a shootout between the survivors and the agents, and then
shootout, only 2 shots.
Yeah. But still, it's just like. Oh yeah, here's the zombies too. The zombies, and that's it. I forgot how it ended too.
If they called it cannibals, it would have been better. Like if they didn't try to use zombies and they just said cannibals. I'd still hate it, but it at least made a little more sense.
Yeah. All I was thinking the whole time was like, this is a decent premise here. Like I like this idea of crop dust chemicals harming people and turning them into zombies and stuff, but because the tone I was thinking too was something that has a very like okay, Day of the Dead would be an example of where it feels so worn out, like everybody is just exhausted. That movie makes you feel like you're sick the entire time. Just hopeless, like a hopeless tone instead of garbage like this movie was. But like I could see it working there where they become zombies, and I could see him being more of like a 28 Days Later kind of zombie, like a rage zombie type thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I imagine, like, the chemicals, like they're like burning your skin off and stuff, and it makes you like hyper aggressive, something like that. But this movie had a budget of $12, so they could only stay in the woods. And the makeup was non-existent too, so they were just like, whatever. There's something.
The gunshot to the head, that's supposed to be an entry wound, and it's like it's portraying outward. That was an interesting little terrible.
Also, earlier in the movie, this is a little nitpick. He says October 1st.
I know.
I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. But another quote from the movie I liked was, the fish can sense the bad vibes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this movie might be enjoyable. That was like the first half. And then the second half is just a slog. Like, oh my God, is this over yet? And it's not.
Yeah.
It just keeps going and going.
Yeah, the amount of time that we spent on Allie and Jimmy in the woods was entirely too much.
The whole movie was just too much.
That actually just made me think. So, we're going to backtrack to the beginning real quick to our little dopamine guys doing their harvesting. 2 of them didn't get crop dusted, and they're running away from the rest of the group, and they fall, like, in the middle of them running, they fall into a river and just start drinking the water.
Drinking it and just slopping it.
Yeah, just you're being chased. Oh, let me stop to get a drink real quick.
Running's exhausting. You gotta hydrate.
Yeah.
You gotta drink from the muddy water.
I thought they were trying to wash the stuff off their face, but I don't know.
They did fight over the bucket with like this much water in it.
Yeah, they did.
The bucket fight.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was a small amount of water, because I remember too that we're not always video too. So sorry, there's a small amount of water that is about finger length.
Yeah. couple inches of water in a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
And the guy just dumps it on him.
Yeah.
I thought it was the poop bucket.
Yeah.
I thought it was too. I was like, did you just jump like your piss bucket all over you? Like, what just happened?
Hey, in desperate times, sometimes you just gotta douse yourself with the piss bucket.
Yeah.
Actually, it is a survival thing. I forget against what, but there is something that's supposed
Wieners.
to... Yeah, wieners. I would have to look it up, but there is a survival thing that if you're trying to avoid something, like to like
your taxes.
pee.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's anything. I think if most things smell piss of another animal, they're just gonna not go that way.
I don't know. When I smell pee, it makes me go towards it more. You'll see me in the bathroom for a couple hours, sniffing around. Is that pee I smell? Ooh.
Let me get it. Tasty. Gross.
Asparagus.
I like that we got like they made a big thing about the federal government being involved in the beginning, and then we never see them again till the end for 5 minutes.
It's a theme. Where does it go? Nowhere.
Into a field.
Why would it go anywhere? Are you telling me that? I love that the office that they sit in is, you can clearly tell, is just 2 walls.
Yeah. Yep.
Because they never show anything else. It's just those 2 walls. Yep. Point the camera at that wall. Point the camera at that wall. But nothing else. Like, you're not even trying at all with that. So
I also was Cole cheating on his wife at the end when he says goodbye to the secretary and just kisses her on the lips?
I missed that because I was about to fall asleep.
I don't know. I was kind of wondering that too. I was like, wait, is that his wife? Because like, you know, like you said, it's really hard to make out anybody's facial features or anything. And I was like, I thought she died.
She got her neck snapped.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I was like, maybe she didn't. Maybe she actually survived. And that's her.
No,
but like,
the movie gave up.
I guess maybe he just moved on.
I mean,
yeah, it could be a rebound.
People
people
grieve in different ways.
Yeah,
I mean, he could have just been cheating on her. It's always secretaries, always.
I don't know.
What else was I going to say about this movie?
I don't know what there is to say. Yeah,
I hated
it was
it.
terrible. Do we want to get like actual information on it? Attempting.
There is no information worth gathering from this.
It's got a 4.10 or 4 out of 10 on IMDb. Oh,
IMDb.
Whatever.
DB.
Danny's inventing new websites.
We even have it in our show description as IMDb. You're like, DB! Database, not base data.
So on eBay, it has a 5 out of 5.
On eBay?
On eBay, it has
That's
a
where I
5
go
out of
for
5.
all of my movie reviews.
What?
It's got 82% on Google.
Once again, I always make sure that Google recommends me everything that I want. I'm just like, okay, Google, give me this.
So, Google's interpretation of this movie, or like description, is federal government sprays a forest, turning marijuana farmers into cannibals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have just made that
That's what they made, and it was terrible. We watched it. Where were you?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I was watching 3 movies at the same time.
Yes. So, yeah, basically, general consensus of this movie is don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's not fun to watch. It's a slog. It's really boring. It takes place mainly in the woods, as do all horrible, terrible horror movies. You know,
I like the house that was shown. Like whoever's house that was a nice little house for like a split second.
Fuck that house. This movie sucked. This one also had to do it. This one also had like farming and stuff in it.
Parts. This did have farming, sort of.
There was crops.
Yeah, I mean that's
more farming than the other one.
To be harvested. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, basically we all say that this movie is dog shit. don't watch it. Watch
Yeah.
something else. Or
Watch
don't.
Doom Asylum.
Once again, this week we recommend Doom Asylum. This episode has been brought to you by Doom Asylum, a movie from the 80s that no one knows.
Yep.
If you want to listen to that episode again, go for it. I'm not going to stop you.
Do it.
Make sure to download our episodes too. We get to see the metrics for that and only that. So please download it. If you like it, cool. Download it again. Just keep downloading it. Tell your friends to download it. You don't have to listen to it. Just download it. We'll act like we're onto something.
Yeah. Just download it and then delete it. It's fine.
We're available on all streaming platforms.
On me.
On you. On Cass.
Yeah.
You can listen to us on Cass.
On me.
Yeah, you just put your ear up to her ear, and all of a sudden you start hearing her thoughts, and it's kind of like being in the podcast.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It is absolute chaos in my brain. Yeah.
That's a major mood.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you guys get the ad though? Like, obviously you guys got ads. Did you guys get the ads for getting paid 2 days early? It was like a horror ad.
I don't get ads.
I don't get ads either.
Oh,
I have an ad blocker.
I also have an ad blocker.
I'll have to find it because it looked better than this movie. It looked better than most horror movies. I thought I was watching a trailer to a movie. I was so confused, and it was just saying, just get 2 days earlier to, like, I don't know.
That's the true horror, is payday loans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, so next week, we're going to have Danny pick the movie, because I'm pretty sure
I already got it picked.
Danny's got the movie picked. It's going to suck. So we're going to have a great time. Now, Danny's going to get murdered here.
Oh. Danny's about to die. Oh no.
The toxic zombies are going to get you.
To, like, go to bed. Like, I know it's 10 p.m. by my lights shutting off because it's smart lights.
It's 7
I turn it back on anyways and stay up
me.
later, but it at least gives me a point of time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, you can find us on everything. We're gonna be starting a new, like, little, I wouldn't say mini series, but a new mini talk show or after hours.
We talk about porn.
We mostly talk about porn.
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot of horror porn out there.
After our podcast, we just start talking about, like, the porns that we watched recently. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I keep burping. I'm sorry.
But that's just a fun little, like, our after chats, because we think we have fun after chats, and we were thinking of also doing short film reviews on, like, films you can find on YouTube and such. So we're gonna see how that goes. If you guys can, like, I don't know, leave a review somewhere for us to find. We'll find it.
Send a smoke signal out. Send a falcon.
Yeah.
Put up the bat light. Give us a bat signal.
Whatever your favorite form of communication is, just send it
like
to
the
us.
Beacons.
Message in a bottle. All of it works.
Send a random text message to me and say I've been watching you.
Yeah.
That sounds scarier than the movie itself.
And then I go,
yeah.
Oh, cool. Someone's watching the show. Cool. Thank you.
Who
is this?
No.
And then I just see some guy out my window. I'm on the 3rd floor and just, oh God.
He rode in on his moose.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
he's actually stacked a bunch of moose on top of each other. He's standing on that.
That would be terrifying. Somebody can train moose like that and then climb on top of them. That's a villain.
Towers of Moose is now my new pop punk band, so get ready for that album coming out later this year. But yeah, so listen to the show, tell people to listen to the show, download the episodes, upload the episodes on illegal streaming sites.
At least
pirate every single movie we watched, watch them all, and then put your
them.
review down in the comments below. Tell us your favorite snacks. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's Cass. It's not Danny.
Understandable. Have you seen me today? I don't know. I do know I'm looking super funny.
I look like dog shit.
You're always a snack.
I always look homeless, so.
I always look homeless.
Whatever. Y'all a bunch of bitches.
So yeah,
I just want a fresh cut. That's what
I'll give you a buzz cut.
that's I literally have.
I'm gonna chop off my hand and put a buzzer on the end of it, and like duct tape it and put like a portable battery charger thing on it so that it's constantly going, and you just hear brrrr, and you're like,
So
oh,
we
something
have
exciting in here, and then you just see my hand and then brrrr.
We have a new movie idea.
There you go.
Actually,
So,
that makes me think of the
listen.
hash slinging slasher from SpongeBob.
Okay, we haven't talked about this movie in 10 minutes, so episode's done. We're cut.
Yeah.
We're over. Justin already gave us our Midwest goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Bye.
done.
See ya.
Bye.
Leave. Get out. Bye. Go. Scram.
We're out. No more.
Cut it here.
But before you go,
Just be done.
give me a little smooch.
Justin already gave the spiel of like, follow us on all the things.
Give me
Yeah,
a little.
catch
Give me
us
a little
next week.
smooch before you go. Oh, you're pretty good.
You're pretty good. Wow.
That's better sound effects on this.
Oh, that's too much.